Good morning, everyone. I'm Fayth. We're doing a little good morning workout together, 15 minutes in the beautiful downtown park in Chicago. If you get a chance to bounce in the sun, I highly recommend pulling your bellicon outside so you can get a little vitamin D, especially first thing in the morning. Let's go ahead and start rolling. So since it's the morning, probably while you're doing this workout, start with whatever bounce feels good on your body. So for me, that's always a little weight shift side to side. If it's something else for you, just go ahead and take that. So whatever feels good right now that you need first thing in the morning, go ahead and take a moment for yourself to find that. While you're taking your bounce of choice, begin to think about breath, taking oxygen in and exhaling out. Begin to think about your core. And then we'll make our way through our B360 good morning bounce. Begin to relax your arms, heavy your shoulders. Lift your gaze just a little higher and open your eyes a little wider. Let's start with some jumping jacks first thing in the morning. We'll bring our legs in, align everything. Here we go. I'm going a little bit under tempo here, and I would love if you did the same. So do a tempo that feels good for you. My palms are open. You don't have to bounce exactly like I'm bouncing this morning. So if you're not doing the move at the same time I am, worry not. This is your time. So as long as you're doing a jumping jack or something like it, I'm happy. I'm also extra happy if you're breathing and if you're thinking of your core pulling in towards your spine. So try to remember that as we go along, especially first thing in the morning. Let's take it back to our shift. Nice and easy. Jumping jacks, round 2. Here we go. Open, close. If you're starting to wake up a little bit, you can take them a little bit bigger. A little wider with the arms, a little wider with the legs. And again, since it's still morning, you're waking up, might be your first movement of the day. It's okay if you're not on my tempo. Do what feels best for your body. Drop those arms. Let's come back to our shift one last time. Okay, one of my favorite things to do in the morning is warm up my core. So we're going to take it down a notch and do that next. There are 2 ways you can make your way to a sitting position on your bellicon. You can step off, or you can also bend your knees and make your way down. You're going to come to the very front edge of your bellicon, and you can take your toes to the floor for just a moment. My bottom is almost on my bungees, but not quite. Then from there, you're going to take the framework and you're going to just hold on. And then you're going to use it to help you sit as tall as you possibly can so you find a nice long spine. Once you're there, take a big breath in, and you're going to just round your spine, stretching out my low back. And I'm giving the frame a little tug for some extra stability, and then sit tall. Again, like that, big exhale. Now I know you have to look at me to follow, but it's not the best way for your neck to work. So try to trust yourself, listen to my voice, and look forward so that you can keep your neck in a good alignment. So I'm just continuing this motion, a little roll back into that C curve, and a little lift up. Your arms are there to help you, but try to imagine your belly and pulling in your spine to start the movement. I have my legs closed nice and tight as well. It's a nice way to get the pelvic floor engaged, just to squeeze the inner thighs. See if you can find that. Just 2 more. Little low back warm up. Next one, we're gonna stay back and I'm gonna hold that C. Now peek over at me for just a moment. See if you can really pull your belly in towards your spine. So I'm rounding the low back, and then see if you can lift your chest. It's a really hard position to find. See if you can find it. Once you're there, get a good grip on your framework, and you're gonna take one leg off the ground with a little bend in your knee, and then you're gonna shoot for the other leg. Close your inner thighs as well, and then see if you can find a forward gaze. Relax your shoulders. If you're feeling very strong, see if you can very slowly remove one hand and reach it forward, finding a little balance. Then gently find your framework again. Take a big inhale and exhale, see if you can take the other arm off. You might find that one side is actually more challenging to balance on. And we're gonna keep alternating. So we take one hand off and lower one hand down. One more time. Place it down for a moment, rest your toes, and then use your hands to sit nice and tall, give yourself a break. We're gonna go right into our second round of core. Take a big inhale, lift tall. Again, I'm holding onto my frame. That's the beauty of the bellicon, is you can really get a nice grip on that. That helps you stabilize. Take one foot off, and then float the other foot. Pull your tummy in. This time we're gonna make it a little more challenging. We're gonna breathe in, and we're gonna roll back, and you're gonna find your fingertips are gonna slide off, and then you're gonna roll back. Here we go, a little roll back, and a little roll up. Little roll back, remember your gaze is forward. I feel a lot of low abdominal work here, my low obliques working. One more time. Very nice, take hands to the frame, lower your toes, give yourself a break, sit nice and tall. All right, I'm gonna shimmy my way right to my bottom, and I'm gonna take my legs forward. Now there's two ways. You can rest your heels in between the bungees with a light bend of my knees, or your knees, which feels really good, or if you have the flexibility, you can stretch your hamstrings. It's up to you. I like to keep a little bit of a bend. Then I'm gonna grab onto my framework again, give it a tug, and sit as tall as possible. Once I'm there, I'm gonna take a big breath in, and then I'm gonna reach all the way to one side. Stretch a little bit farther, and then come back. Other side, big stretch, and reach it over. Take a breath in, and bring it back. Now from here, we're gonna use our bellicon to the advantage. You're gonna take one arm, cross it opposite knee, and you're gonna rotate towards that side. Beautiful morning twist. Lift as tall as you possibly can, drop your shoulders. Take a big breath in, and rotate a little farther. I should also mention I'm on our largest size bellicon, so if you're on a smaller one, that's okay, you can still do this move, but you might want to put your feet on the floor. Come back to center, try the other side now. Arm goes up, crisscross it over, take your twist. A nice good morning inhale. On your exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Again, big inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And then come back to center. Shake it out a little bit. There's two ways you can come standing. You can step off your bellicon, or if you're creative, you can just go ahead and bend your knees. Carefully grab the framework, and you can stand up like I just did. All right, now that your spine feels a little more open, let's come back to our bounce. Take whatever shift you did earlier and reconnect with it. So we just did that low core work. It's a great thing to do first thing in the morning. So apply it here to the bounce. Belly to spine, easy shoulders, nice open hips. You will stretch your hips out as well, and it feels good in the morning. This is whatever bounce feels good for you at this moment. So it might be a shift, it might be a jumping jack, or just waking up, getting back into the groove. All right, let's wake up even farther. We're gonna move right into our next song. I'm changing my legs to this little shift forward and back, almost like I'm walking. One leg is coming forward, the other is coming back. Nice and light. As you're doing this, try to keep both of your hips steady. Don't let them rotate. Nice long spine. Really nice. Start to settle this little scissor shift out. All right, we have a nice good morning large bounce now that you're starting to wake up just a little bit more. We're going to try to get our bounces a little bit higher. Now remember, the higher that you bounce, the more stability and control that it requires. So I don't want you to worry about going my height. I want you to really bounce to your own height, your own level. Challenge yourself a little bit, but keep it within reach. So we're going to bring legs closed and take a little bigger bounce. There is a beat here that you can find, but if you're not my body size, you're not on the same bellicon as me, you might have trouble finding my exact beat. So I want you to work at your own pace. All right, we're going to take a little circle, pick a direction. When you're ready, you're going to make a little around the world circle on your bellicon. I'm going to say goodbye for a moment. We'll meet back together. How did you do? First time around the world. Around the world of the bellicon. Reconnect with your core. Drop your shoulders. Try the reverse direction. You might be surprised it might be easier or a little more challenging. Think focus first. So send your eyes in the direction you want to go, and then try it. Little circle, a little tour of your bellicon. Come back to center. How did you do? We'll try it one more time. This time let's take our hands to our hips so we remember to keep our core pulled in. So right where your fingertips are, draw that core up and in. Take a big breath in, and then pick a direction, go for your circle. How did you do? Come back to me. Lift a little taller, and we'll try one more time the reverse direction. It doesn't have to be as big as I'm going or even as fast. Work at your own tempo. A little tour. Here we go. Beautiful. Open your legs a little bit wider and start to settle your bounce, but do it at your own pace. So take your time slowing down. It's not so good for your body to slow down right away. So I'm still shifting a little bit, letting my nervous system calm down. Good. In order to center yourself for your day, let's take a little bit of balance work. You're going to pick a leg and take one foot right in the center. Make sure you're not rolling in or out on your ankles, so toes are pointing forward. And then we're going to take the hands to the hips to begin, and you're going to see if you can take one toe and just barely touch it onto your bellicon. If you feel good, lift up a little taller and then take your arms to the side. If they're too far behind you, it will be more challenging, so a little bit in front in your peripheral vision, and then see if you can take that foot off. And just hold, find that nice strong balance. Gaze tall, getting ready for your day. Place it back down calmly and then begin to change sides. Other foot. Set it up right in the center. Find your core, hands to the hips. First come just to the toes. And you know, it might take time to work up to the full balance. So baby steps, work at your own pace. And then when you're ready, float your arms off. And then you can try the full. And it actually helps a lot to just think taller. So to just think as tall as I can possibly lift my spine. And then gently place it down. Really nice. Come back to your big bounce. Whatever that was for you. We'll reconnect with our beat. Glue the arms to your side this time. Nice high lifted cheekbones, light good morning smile. See if you can touch your legs and close them, making it a little more challenge. Take a big lift of your shoulders, hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and then drop them. Again, take a big lift of your shoulders, Hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and drop them. One more time. Big lift of your shoulders. Hold it there, 3, 2, 1. Drop them. Remember, take your time coming out of our beat. Slowly come down. Start to slow your vibrations just a little bit, just taking a light shift. Not even really bouncing, I'm just walking my feet. See if you can find a nice long spine and then challenge yourself to keep that long spine throughout the day. Really great, everyone. Next time, if you didn't try it, try this workout outside, with or without me. It would be an awesome time. Thank you for joining me for your B360 workout. Have a good one.